Hello everyone. Today we are discussing about monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross and also Mendel's laws of inheritance. John Gregor Mendel, he is called as father of genetics. He made systematic study on inheritance which involves the transfer of traits from parents to the new offsprings. Okay, he started his experiments on pea plant. During his observation, during his experiments and all, he have observed different varieties of pea plants. Let's see what are the different varieties of pea plants. They are
like height of the plant. Here we can see one of the plant is tall and the other plant is dwarf, and also he has observed the difference in the flower color. You can observe in the first plant the flower is in white color, whereas in the other plant which is dwarf the flower is in violet color. This is the second contrasting character he has observed. And also there were some differences in the seeds of the pea seeds. If you observe the first plant which is tall, you can observe the seeds are round. It is very clear, right? The seeds are round and they are in yellow in color. Whereas the second dwarf plant, you can clearly observe the seeds are wrinkled and they are in green color. Okay, these are the different types of variations which was observed by Mendel. As he was very much amazed after seeing all these variations in the pea plant. On a whole, Mendel selected 7 pairs of contrasting characters for his experiments. By his observations, he later started his study.
Let's discuss about monohybrid cross first. In the monohybrid cross, we can observe the cross was made between two pea plants with single trait as a contrasting character. What is single trait? Either taking tall or dwarf or taking the flower as the color of the flower as a contrasting feature. As here, the Mendel conducted experiments taking one contrasting character as a one trait as a contrasting character. That is why it is termed as monohybrid cross. Now he made cross between two different pea plants. Among them, the one of the pea plant is tall, purely bred. It contains 2 capital T's, and the other plant which we are crossing with is a dwarf plant and it contains 2 small t's. After the cross, he had observed that the F1 generation which was formed from the cross between a tall pea plant and a dwarf pea plant, the plants which are formed in F1 generation all are tall. He didn't see even a dwarf plant in F1 generation. Later, what Mendel did, he had crossed the plants which are formed in F1 generation. Then he has observed that the plants produced in second generation which are tall and short, they are in the ratio of 3:1. So among the 4 plants, 3 of the plants are tall and 1 of the plant is dwarf. So he found that the dwarfness nature or the dwarf character which was not appeared in F1 generation, it was not lost, it was suppressed in F1 generation and it was again reappeared in the F2 generation. So finally he stated like traits are of 2 different types. They are express traits and dominant traits. What are express traits and dominant traits? Here in F1 generation we have observed only all the plants are tall. Means the dwarf trait is recessive in that generation. And whereas in F2 generation we are again observed the dwarf character of the pea plant. Means this dwarf character is suppressed in the F1 generation and it was again reappeared in the F2 generation. So based on this, he has concluded that the traits are of 2 different types. They are dominant traits and recessive traits. The traits which are expressive, which we can see Understand, when we made a cross between a tall plant and a dwarf plant, it shows that one capital T is enough to show its expressive nature, that is tallness. Whereas coming to dwarf trait or the recessive traits, two small t's are needed to express that dwarf nature. Such type of traits are considered as recessive traits. Let's see how the cross is made between these two plants using a Punnett square.
Now let's understand Mendel's observations by its traits. If we observe, it will be very clear with its Punnett square, as Mendel crossed two pea plants taking tall character. The first one we can observe having two capital T's, and the dwarf character, it is having characters as two small t's. During the process of reproduction, 4 gametes are formed, 2 from each plant. Let's see how gametes are fused in Punnett square. You can observe it clearly. So the offsprings formed in F1 generation all are tall. Okay, genotypically they contain capital T and small t, but they appear as tall. Understand? So one which is having capital T, it is enough to express the tall character. So in Mendel's experiments, all the plants are tall in F1 generation. Now both the plants are phenotypically tall, but they contain genotypic ratio as 1 capital T and 1 small t. Similarly, the gametes formed from the parents are in the first generation are capital T and small t. If you observe the Punnett square clearly in the F2 generation, we can observe like there are 4 offsprings formed. In that, among those 4, the 3 of them are tall and 1 of them is dwarf. So we have 3 progenies which are tall and the other progeny which is dwarf. So we can conclude the ratio of F2 generation as 3:1. We are unable to see this dwarf plant in F1 generation, but it was reappeared in F2 generation. Okay, so finally we can conclude that the phenotypic ratio in monohybrid cross is 3:1. Okay.
As we have discussed with dominant traits and recessive traits, it is very clear that some of the traits are very dominant. They need only one allele to show that character. And there are some recessive traits which are recessive. They need 2 alleles to confirm that, to express that characters. This is it is also called as law of dominance. So from the monohybrid cross, Mendel formulated the law of segregation. What is law of segregation? Law of segregation stated that the characters or the traits of the organism, it is determined by the internal factors which are called as genes, which occur in pairs. Only one factor from a pair of such factor can be present in a single parent. This is monohybrid cross. Children, you are all very clear with the monohybrid cross, right? Now let's discuss about dihybrid cross. What is dihybrid cross actually? Di means 2, mono means single. Monohybrid cross we have discussed taking one trait as a contrasting feature. Now in dihybrid cross, Mendel took 2 traits as a contrasting factor. What are these 2 traits? The 2 traits taken up by him are, one is he took a pea plant which is yellow in color with round seeds, and the other plant is which are having wrinkled seeds with green color. So as he crossed these 2 plants taking 2 traits as a contrasting characters, so in the new generation, in the F1 or F2 generations which are formed from these 2 parents, they may have any of these characters because we have taken 2 different types of traits. So after the cross, from his experiments, as he took a pure bred of round seeds with yellow color, and the other one which we are crossing is a pure bred of wrinkled seeds with green color. Here, if we observe, the genotype of the round seeds with yellow color is capital R, and capital Y. Whereas the genotype of green color wrinkled seeds are small r, and small y. When these two plants are crossed, Mendel observed in the F1 generation that all the seeds are round and they are in yellow color. Okay, like how we got the cross in F1 generation in monohybrid cross. Now let's see what happened. Let's see this process in Punnett square in detail. Okay.
If we observe the Punnett square of dihybrid cross, the gametes formed from two gametes of each plant are capital R, capital Y and small r, small y. Now the offsprings which are produced here are dominant genes capital R and capital Y. So all the plants are round and yellow in the first generation. As of now, we have observed no wrinkled seeds in the F1 generation. Now we have to cross the progeny of the plants in F1 generation. Unlike F1 generation, in F2 generation we have observed 4 different combinations, as we have observed the same even in monohybrid cross. What are the different combinations? Let's see. The first combination is round and yellow, and the second combination is round and green. The third combination is wrinkled and yellow, and the fourth one is wrinkled and green. So if we look at the ratio of all these 4 combinants, they are 9:3:3:1. Now let's look at the Punnett square for clarity about the ratio. Now the gametes formed are capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, capital Y, small r and small y. We have to do the cross between these two gametes. So finally the ratio of the progeny will be 9:3:3:1. So here we found the new combination formed. We can observe more combinants in round and yellow color. They are 9. Round and green color, they are 3 in color. Wrinkled and yellow, they are also 3 in color. Whereas last one, wrinkled and green color, it is 1 in ratio. So he stated that 2 pairs of characters combines in F1 gene, but they have separately have their subsequent generations in the later generations.
So children, you are very much clear with the Punnett square of dihybrid cross. So from his observation, Mendel has formulated the law of independent assortment. What does it state? It states that the inheritance of more than one pair of contrasting in a cross, simultaneously these factors are responsible for each trait and are distributed independently to the gametes. This is called as law of independent assortment.